So, welcome back. Habichuelas Rosadas, Puerto Rican style, pink beans. You are going to enjoy these ones. They are very easy to prepare, and I'm going to keep it simple, but at the same time, delicious. So go nowhere. Let's have some fun. Let's create. Okay, so here's the ingredients. I have some sea salt. This is for taste. I have the pink beans. You can use canned, but if you decide to use the dry ones, make sure that you put them in water overnight. If you use canned, drain that water from the can because it has salt and things like that. I have a little bit of olive. This tomato, which was huge, by the way, I cut it in half. It was given to me by a friend from his yard. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to create my own tomato sauce by grinding this tomato. I'm going to use what I call tocino. This is ham. See this cured ham? I cut pieces, so I'm going to use this for that. I have some pumpkin. I don't peel them because I like things to stay together. It gets too mushy and it can spread out and create a little mess. And this time around, I'm going to use my Sofrito. This Sofrito, I created this batch about maybe 13 months ago. Here's the bigger batch. I still have some. Look how beautiful. You want to create something that lasts you this long and looks this beautiful? Go to my description. I have a link there that's going to show you how to create this sofrito that can last you for a long time and still looks beautiful. So to start, you're going to have it at high heat, which you're going to lower later. Put a little bit of oil of your choice. Not a lot, just a little bit. Just to get it, just to cover the area, see? And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my sofrito. And move it around for a few seconds. Now this sofrito, once again, I did about 13, 14 months ago. Look how beautiful it looks, huh? But you can do real-time sofrito, and I also have in my description something that if you didn't prepare this sofrito and preserve in advance, you can create one real-time by using some sweet peppers and green peppers and onions and garlic. And that's why you don't see all those ingredients there, because I already have it here in this sofrito. Look how beautiful it's looking. I'm not kidding you. This stuff is looking delicious. I'm going to add the ham. You don't have to use this. You can skip it. You can use the fat of your steak and preserve it before you cook it. You can use meat, and you can use nothing. Mix it together, let it cook for a few seconds. See how beautiful? Let me add the pumpkin. And I'm going to add the olive. What you're doing is you're just mixing the flavors. So the pumpkin can grab some of the flavor from the sofrito. Which once again I'm going to put a description so you can prepare either the sofrito and preserve it and use it like I'm using it today, or do something real time without having to use the blender or any of that nonsense. So this is what I'm going to do. See how beautiful this tomato looks? This is not stored. That was the tomato my friend gave me. I'm going to use not a whole lot, just a little bit. Because I don't want it too red. This is a pink beans. So I want to preserve the pink beans color. And I probably put too much, but that's fine. Let it heat up. Now what is going to determine if this is done, and I'm going to lower this to medium low, by the way. What is going to determine if this is done is going to be the pumpkin. When the pumpkin goes soft, you know they're done because it's not going to take a long time for the beans to cook. I'm moving things have liquefied as it relates to the tomato sauce and the sofrito. If I would have real time sofrito, meaning onions, little tiny peppers and stuff, they will also liquefy in a way. The olive, of course, they continue to be here. Here it comes. Here comes the beans. And you mix them. See? They're already looking beautiful. Then you put a little bit of sea salt or salt, whatever salt you want for taste. I'm not going to put a lot, just enough. And see, I have the little hole there, so that's why you see me. And I'm going to put a little bit of water because I want them slightly soupy. And also the water and the steam is going to help the pumpkin to cook. Let me put on medium. And you let it cook. And then what you do is, once you feel it's cooked, you come, you check the pumpkin. And what you do is you kind of pinch it, and if it's soft, it's ready. Because that's the thing that takes the longest to cook. So I had them cooking on medium heat for like maybe 4 or 5 minutes. And now the pumpkin is not ready because I already tried it. Still kind of a little bit hard. So what I'm going to do to make sure this is cooked correctly, I'm going to move this a little bit because I don't want it to get burned, stuck at the bottom. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to lower the heat to low. See, low. And I'm going to cover it. And I'm going to let it go for about 5 minutes. And I will check to make sure the thing is not too stuck in the middle or whatever. Now I put it at low because I don't want the liquid to evaporate or because I want them a little bit soupy. So it's been another 5 minutes. So it took me about maybe 8 to 10 minutes. Yeah, the pumpkins are ready. Now, if you would have used potatoes too, you could have used potatoes. It would have taken you probably a little bit longer. But typically what I do is I boil the potatoes for like 5 minutes before I cook them here. That way it takes less time. But these beans are looking perfect. Look at that. Pink beans, Puerto Rican style.